my name is Susie and I am the owner of the Speckled Loon, a handmade business that strives to bring you inspired decor for your home, cabin, and so much more. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. If you like what you see, please consider giving this video a thumbs up or a like and subscribing to my channel for future content where we'll show you some crafting, some product demos, different things like that. I'm going to have a little bit of new stuff coming to you all the time and a new DIY kit every 4 to 6 weeks. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and welcome back. I appreciate you so much and your support. It means the world to me and my little business that I'm trying to grow. It is February 2022, and with a new month means a new DIY decor kit from the Speckled Loon. This month's kit is called our 4-season DIY decor kit. The idea behind this kit is to give you some base pieces to work with in your decor so that you will have something to anchor everything as you interchange in and out your seasonal and holiday decor in and around things on your tiered tray, your accent shelf, wherever you like to put your mini decor. So that is the idea with the 4-season DIY decor kit. As in past kits, you're going to get a free little gift from me in there. And this free little gift is a mystery till the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. And also with past kits, this is a limited quantity. So if you are interested in getting this kit, the link's down below, and you're going to click through, and if you see this kit, that means there's quantity still available. If you do not see this kit and you see a different DIY decor kit, that just means that this one has sold out and there's a new one available with a new video. So you can check that out if you want. And if you do end up purchasing, thank you in advance. It means so much to me to have your support. Also, just a couple of house cleaning notes before we get into the video. I will have the links of purchasing this kit down below, like I said before, in addition to the equipment that I use. The paint will be referred to, what I use to cut this out if you're interested in getting a glow forge, things like that. I'm not a sponsored, it's not a sponsored video. I'm not that fancy and I'm not that big, but I do have affiliated links. And what that means is if you see a little asterisk by the link, it's an affiliated link, and means that you can click on through, get everything at the regular price. You don't pay any more, and sometimes you'd actually pay less because I'll put a coupon code if there's one available. And if you click through and purchase, I just get a small commission, and what that helps me do is bring you more content, buy more supplies to bring you more DIY kits, just basically support my business, and it's at no extra cost to you, but it does help me out a lot. So thank you so much if you do end up purchasing through one of my affiliated links. Next, let's address a few other things before we get started in the video. First, I want to thank everybody that took the time out of their busy schedule to watch my Valentine DIY decor kit video that I launched last month. That video has gained me the most views ever on my channel and a few new subscribers. So if you're one of those subscribers, thanks for watching and joining, and I'm so excited that you're back here today. Also, January was a big month for me personally. I turned 60 a couple weeks ago, and it was super fun. We had our kids home. We went ahead and had a big family dinner. Kids came over and cooked for us, and that was fun. My 3 sons, my oldest son's girlfriend, my husband and I, and then I got to see a couple siblings, nieces and nephews later in the week. So that means everything to me. Family is so important, and just being together and we're all happy and healthy, that's the best present a person could ever get. So I'm so grateful for that. Also, on a personal note, I officially turned in my retirement day from my full-time job. So what that means is in a couple of months, I am going to be full-time in my own handmade business, which is exciting for me. It's been my goal since I started this business, basically to retire at 60 and then spend my extra time, hopefully with, of course, with my family, but doing this a little bit more as well, so I can bring you more products, more content, do more craft fairs, things like that. So I'm so excited that that goal is quickly becoming a reality. And last, let's just quickly address my attire. I know I'm a 60-year-old senior citizen now, with a side part, minimal makeup, and mom jeans. So I know you're not here for fashion advice. However, I'm dressed this way basically because our local hockey team, which we got to see play in person last night, which is the University of North Dakota, we went with some friends, so that was fun. But anyway, they are on a 3-game winning streak, and I have worn this exact attire, this North Dakota hockey sweatshirt and this Love Your Melon North Dakota hat, for those 3 victories. So I feel like if I change now when they're going to play in a couple hours, that's going to bring them some bad mojo and they could possibly lose that game. And I do not need that kind of pressure on me. So I'm doing my best to wear my Kelly green, white, black, and gray to cheer them on, and hopefully we'll have a 4-game winning streak here pretty soon. So with that in mind, let's head on over to the craft room. I'm sure you're sick of me talking, and we are going to start working on our 4-season DIY decor kit. Let's go. Let's go over everything that you are going to receive in your 4-season DIY decor kit. It's going to arrive in a box similar to this. That's a little gift from me. Also, each component is going to be wrapped together, so you'll have all your pieces and nothing lying loose. There'll also be instructions included. They're just not shown in this. And keep the box for future storage. Once you have everything, you're going to want to take it out and compare it to this and make sure everything has arrived. If you're missing anything, my email's below, just let me know. But you're going to have your Gather Here home sign, and it's got some etching so you can place those words on there perfectly. And then next up is the beaded garland. Now there's 3 choices of beads and a house and a home, and the choices are the black, white, the red, white, and black, and the natural, and you can leave those as is or paint them. And finally, you've got the interchangeable sign, and that's got a little circle that's etched in it, so you can place that ring on it perfectly for the frame. And that comes with 5 inserts, 1 for each season and 1 that says "Bless this home." In addition to that, there are bonus inserts that you can purchase, and there's 7 in the pack, and that would make for 12 total rounds. So basically 1 for each month. Some are not season specific, and others are for specific seasons or holidays. Let's go over some of the supplies you're going to need to complete your projects. I use the Waverly chalk paint from Walmart. It's widely available. Some Walmarts have a different brand, but this will work just fine. I prefer chalk paint over the small craft paint. You use less coats. I use mainly black, gray, and white, and use things like red, pink, green, orange for the accent pieces and seasonal rounds. You could also paint your smaller items with paint markers. These are from Arteza. I will leave the Amazon link to these in the description box. It is an affiliate link, so if you order, I get a small commission. However, it does not affect the price you pay. You will also need some baby wipes or paper towels for cleanup, some foam paint brushes, 1 for each color, and then for the smaller items like the small words, I use the foam makeup wedges from the Dollar Tree. And then you're going to need some painter's tape for your string. You will need some Q-tips and toothpicks for cleanup. You'll need a pair of scissors for trimming your string and your ribbon. And then you're going to need some gel super glue from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 little tubes like this for $1 or $1.25, and that will glue everything in your kit together. Our first project is the Gather Here house sign. you're going to get this sign. It's about 4 inches wide by 6 inches tall. Then each word is one piece for ease of painting. I use gray and white. You could do black and white or whatever colors you want. It also comes with this small sign stand. And I'm going to show you how to paint everything on this particular project. And that's the only one I'm going to show you how to paint because I use the same techniques on every single project in this kit. So for small items, I take a piece of tape and put it sticky side up and then tape it down to a paper plate. You could use a marker, or I use just the little makeup sponges with very little paint on it. I dab it in and then I dab some of the paint off on the side and then just keep applying, and I do 2 coats. I'm going to set that aside and let that dry, but I already have those other ones painted and they have 2 coats. For the actual house base, I like to have some baby wipes handy so I can get any overage or paint I get on the sides and wipe it up right away. Take a small amount of paint, put it on a paper plate, and then I'm going to use my foam brush, and I start in the middle and kind of paint out so I get the edges nice and clean and not globbed on the sides. And I always with white will do 2 coats anyway, but between while I'm painting and the paint is still wet, I'm going to take a toothpick and drag it through the shiplap lines, and this is the same technique you're going to use on the round sign as well. That's got the shiplap also, and this way your lines are nice and clean and not globbed up with paint, and gives it a nice finished look like you can see on the finished sign that I have on there already. You just take that toothpick, drag it across, and then it's done. I'm going to set that one aside to dry, and then I'm going to take the one that I have painted already and show you how I glue that together. You're going to use your super glue. You can use a toothpick to do the fine little dots. I have super glue with a fine applicator tip. It's called Starbond. I'll link it down below like all my other products that I use. And then you just have to press it down. You have a few seconds to play with it, and then I'm lining it up. They're very faint, but you're going to be able to see the little guides where to put the words. And then you just press it down and you get an almost instant hold with that glue, and very permanent. And then you can take out your little stand, put that together, and display your sign, and this project is complete. I'd like to thank you for sticking with us this far through all these projects. If you like what you see, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. We also are on social media. The Speckled Loon is on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and of course YouTube. Feel free to click the links below to follow us. Also, if you would like to support our channel, you can also shop thespeckledloon.com. Just go over there, click shop, and you'll see everything that we have for sale, including whatever I'm currently offering for DIY kits. I usually have 1 or 2 kits up at a time, and you can shop them and give these projects a try if you would like to make something yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now back to the projects. Project number 2 is our House and Home Beaded Garland. This particular project comes with a selection of beads. You can choose between the black and white, the red, black, and white, or the natural. The natural beads can be painted, and if you want to paint them, I will link a video below where I do paint them, and you can take a look at that and get instruction on how to color your beads if you so desire. But you're going to have the little house with the peaked roof and chimney and the 2 little hole protectors, and then the word home. This is fairly easy to put together, that part. I painted my house base with a foam brush and used the ink color, which is black in Waverly, and then the steel gray for the rooftop, the home, and the 2 small circle protectors. You're going to need your super glue, and the only thing we need to glue together on this is that peaked roof of the house. You line it up with the very top and in the very middle, and then you're going to take a very small amount of glue and put it on the little circle protectors. one on the front and one on the back, and that gives you a nice little edge for your string so it won't cut into the string. So what I like to do with my beads, you're going to get 30 of them. They're going to be similar to this, but they may differ slightly depending on the inventory. But for this one, I'm using the black, white, and gray because it does coordinate quite well with the project that I've got going on. So I line them up in 5 groups of 6 beads, and then I take my string, it's a very long piece of string, and I double it up. And in the middle where the loop is, I'm going to take and loop it through the O, and then I'm going to take my other end of the string and pull it through that loop to secure it onto that O, and then you don't have to tie a knot or anything on there. It's nice and secure because then your beads are going to go on top and keep it in place. And at the end of your string, you're going to want to take just a very small piece of painter's tape to secure it. That gives you a nice stiff end, almost like a needle, to poke right through. And if you can't get the taped end to go through, just take a toothpick and then your beads will go right on. And I just continue to put my beads in order, in the same order, until I have all of them strung on. So here's all 30 beads, and then your other end of your beaded garland, instead of a tassel, is the house. So you're going to take that little house, you're going to take the string and loop it through that hole at the top of the chimney. I loop it through twice, and then I tie a knot at the base. And then what I do is I take my string and I am going to feed it up back through with that taped end the first 3 or 4 beads in the garland, and then I'll show you how I secure that after I go between that bigger gray bead and the small white bead, and I spread it out a little bit, and then I'm going to take and I do a double knot, you'll see right there, and I make that double knot and tie it, pull it super tight. Then I go ahead and trim off the excess with my scissors, and then I slide the beads up to hide the little knot, and then we are going to secure some ribbon at the very base of the chimney to hold that in place so you won't see that knot, and it keeps your string nice and tight and the beads display very nicely. And once you have your ribbon on there, tied at the base of, or the top of the chimney, you just trim them at an angle to whatever length you like, and this project is complete. Next up is our last project, the interchangeable sign. This sign comes with 5 rounds. I've got one for each season, and then one that says bless this home, and they fit inside that little ring base there that you see on the sign. And it also comes with a stand, and 3 of the small rounds come with a circle base on them as well. So the ring that goes on the sign and holds the circles in, to get that on there, there is an etched in line on the shiplap base. At the top of the ring frame there is a dot, and that's what's going to be the top. That I do that so you'll know that the circles will fit in best if that is on the top. On the ones that have the little base, the little inner rings that have a base, their design is got an outline etched into it as well, so you will have those perfectly placed on there, and it'll be just barely visible after you paint. So in addition to those 5, there is another pack of 7 rounds that you can purchase. So you'll have one for Christmas, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, etc., Halloween, and a few generic ones. So this is what mine looks like all painted. I did my ring black, but if you want to do your ring a different color, Like here's what it would look like with a blue ring, which I think that's really pretty as well. The blue I used there was Cascade Blue by Folk Art Chalk Paint. And I painted my other rounds just fairly generic. I wanted them to match whatever season they had going on. For the shiplap base, I used my foam brush and I used that toothpick method just like we did on the little house sign. And then I just painted the other ones, other bases, and I used the sponge to paint the small word overlays. And then I went to glue everything together. So the only thing we need to glue there is that ring base. I lined up the dot at the top, and that little hole is so that if your round gets stuck in there, you can push it out quite easily. But you're just going to go ahead and glue all your words to the appropriate base for them, and then this portion of the project will be done. Also, I'm going to show you what the additional ones look like in the bonus pack too. I've got those all painted up. But here I'm just doing the summer one. And then, like I said, this sign works best if you put it on the little stand that comes with it and it leans slightly back, because that means that your rounds will stay in. They're engineered to stay in if the sign is leaning slightly back. So you'll put the round in, and then when you're done with it, just tip it forward, put it out, etc. When you're painting, you want to try not to get too much paint on the sides of the rounds so it won't affect how they fit in the ring base. So I'm going to bring out the additional ones as well, and you'll see Happy St. Patrick's Day, etc. for all your holiday, major holidays, and then just some everyday ones between holidays you can use. But this project is complete.